Mbeseha, we talked about the death of this very man in Anicet, Ekane, the sad passing, and even him being denied medical care while he was in that military detention. And after his death, we saw that he never got to, his remains was never sent to his family only until recently. So looking at the whole thing, more speculations are rising about this, but would like to get your observation on the matter. What does the colonial administration seem to be hiding with this particular case?
Well, I'll answer the question, then I analyze. They seem to try to hide their responsibility for this man's death. But it's not a responsibility you can hide. It is publicly known, publicly declared. In my own words, this is personal. They killed him. There's no doubt about that. Remember, Anicet Ekane was never a candidate in the presidential elections. He was never a candidate. But he played a pivotal role that sought to challenge the status quo. His small party, a very small party, had only one councillor in the whole of Cameroon. And the law provided that only a party with at least one representative can sponsor a candidate. Based on that, that sought to and successfully disqualified Kamto. Anicet Ekane, his small party with one councillor, tried to sponsor Kamto as the presidential candidate. That provoked the anger of the Yaoundé regime. Call it the Ministry of the Trade Administration or the presidency. They work in tandem. What did they do without that? They did all what we know, which nobody has ever done in the world. They pirated their own website, claimed, put their own people there in order to disqualify the party, the leadership of the party of Anicet Ekane. They pirated their own website to disqualify Kamto. And they successfully disqualified Kamto. Anicet Ekane, as sick was, keep quiet. His sister there. He was an agent for change. He remained a candidate, a person. What did he do? They threw their weight behind Issa Chiroma. And Issa Chiroma won the elections. Again, he has challenged the status quo. Almost the majority of people in Cameroon, I believe, including me, believe that Issa Chiroma won. They chased Issa Chiroma away. Issa Chiroma was still strong enough to run. And Anicet Ekane was really a sick man. They plucked him from his house on oxygen, took him away and killed him. Now he is dead. They are embarrassed that he is dead because his death has become an international event. How will he do it? They try to hide it. That's why they say they are trying to hide their own misdeeds in public. Well, he is dead. There's no way he can come back. But he's dead. The whole world knows that they killed him. But of course, they will pretend to go and do an autopsy to find the cause of his death. Of course, they did one. They claim to have done one. What autopsy do you do without the consent of the victim's close family? They refuse Anicet Ekane's family from taking part in the autopsy. You can know what the result is what they wanted to write down. If they did an autopsy, they probably went to their room, put something there, and then wrote it down as the cause of death. Which cause of death as of today, since November last year or whatever month he died, it has never been made public. But to make things worse, they kept his corpse. They sought to own the dead man's corpse because they didn't know how to bury him. It was one scandal too many. They have killed most of their opponents in that same manner. But they didn't know how to keep this one. Since it was a presidential election, the whole world was watching. Even their friends, the French, the Americans, wherever the whole world was watching them. So now this man is dead. There's no way they can resurrect him like they have resurrected Paul Biya to be sitting there and pretending to talk. Now they have to look for excuses to give. The family say, okay, you have killed him, let us take his corpse and go and give him a burial that he deserves. They say, no, you will not take it. Is that new to them? No. They are used to killing the opponents and owning the corpse. Who is the corpse of Waziri? The two Wazizi from Boya, Wazizi disappeared. They claimed that Wazizi died. The family of Wazizi doesn't know where he was buried or whatever killed him. Because he was on an FM radio station in Boya. They went and took Martinez Zogo, killed him. They're still keeping his corpse till more than 3 years after that. Why? Because this man was revealing the crimes they were committing, the financial crimes. They killed him, they took his corpse. Till today, they have not buried him. They had gone and killed the bishop, Bala of Bafia, threw him into the ocean, to the river, fabricated their own evidence, and said they were investigating. As of today, nobody has ever found out the result of the investigation. And so it is not new. What are they giving? They are now calling the family of Anicet Ekane to come and take the corpse. Well, they will take the corpse. If these people have the money, I think they should have the money. Give me a second. If people have the money, which I think they have, they should be able to conduct their own autopsy. Because there's no doubt that they killed this man. But what they are insisting, the one said his chapter can be forgotten. Is this a country where people should live in? No. Is this a country where they think that they should belong to the same hemisphere with Ambazonians? No. That will never have happened in Ambazonia. If it happened in Ambazonia, somebody tried that, there will be a popular uprising. They will go to Boya and pull down that prime minister's lodge and pull him out, if possible, hang him. But since these people are so castrated, they can't do anything more than that. We say no. They can continue to do what they are doing. We're not part of them. We've left them once and forever.